Challenge everything you've done to this point. Do it better than you ever have. Unit strength, do it with your brothers, man. Do it for him, no matter how hard it is. Competitive spirit. The man that wins the one-on-one battle will be victorious.
Notre Dame is coming off a national championship season, but this year, it's personal. Marcus Freeman's Fighting Irish are staring down one of the most brutal schedules in college football. And with no starting quarterback locked in, no warm-up games, and no room for excuses, the pressure's never been higher. Marcus Freeman's coaching journey has been anything but ordinary. After taking over the program in 2022, he was handed a Notre Dame team still trying to recapture its identity. Critics pounced on early inconsistencies, especially following narrow losses and questions around offensive creativity. But Freeman never flinched. In just his second full season, he silenced every doubt. The 2024 season saw the Irish dominate on both sides of the ball, compiling a 14-2 record and capturing their first national championship since Lou Holtz's 1988 team. It was a seismic shift in South Bend, one that proved Notre Dame didn't need to sacrifice tradition to win in the modern era. Freeman's influence went deeper than the scoreboard. He built a culture rooted in toughness, transparency, and competition. Every player earned their role. Every practice had an edge, and the results showed. The Irish defense led the nation in pass efficiency, turnover margin, and red zone stops. They didn't just win, they smothered opponents. But with greatness comes expectations. Freeman now faces the impossible task of sustaining success under a national spotlight. The Dodd Trophy watch list is just a formality. The real recognition will come if he can guide Notre Dame through a 2025 slate that looks more like a war zone than a football schedule. Notre Dame's most important decision heading into 2025 is also its most uncertain. Who will start at quarterback? On one hand, you have C.J. Carr. The highly touted five-star prospect and legacy recruit brings pinpoint accuracy, advanced field vision, and a football IQ well beyond his years. He was a star in spring ball, routinely hitting deep outs, threading the needle over linebackers, and commanding respect in the huddle. Carr looks like the future. On the other hand, Kenny Minchey offers experience and athleticism. While he hasn't been perfect in live action, his mobility and confidence give him an edge when plays break down. He knows the system, has earned his reps, and is hungry to prove he can lead this team under the brightest lights. Marcus Freeman and O.C. Gerad Parker have kept their cards close, refusing to name a starter before week 1. The thinking is simple: keep both QBs sharp, push the competition, and prevent Miami from preparing for a specific style. The stakes couldn't be higher. The Irish open the season against an elite defense in Miami. Whoever starts has to be ready to handle pressure, throw into tight windows, and command tempo from the opening snap. A slow start could derail Notre Dame's title hopes, and neither Carr nor Minchey can afford growing pains. Forget any notion that Notre Dame gets favorable scheduling. The 2025 gauntlet is one of the hardest in college football. Opening the season with Miami on the road is already a nightmare. The Hurricanes return 16 starters, including one of the top front sevens in the country. Then Notre Dame hosts Texas A&M, a program loaded with five-star talent and looking to bounce back from an underwhelming 2024. Week 3, a road trip to Arkansas, always a physical test in SEC country. Then it's Boise State on the Smurf turf, a team known for upsets and gadget plays. NC State brings a tenacious defense and one of the best home field environments in the ACC. And it doesn't slow down. In October and November, the Irish face USC, Clemson, Florida State, and a sneaky good Louisville team that beat 2 ranked opponents last year. There are no off weeks, no room to breathe. Every game is a potential trap. This is the type of schedule that can derail even great teams, but also the kind that builds CFP resumes. If Notre Dame goes 11-1, it's a guaranteed playoff berth. If they survive unbeaten, Freeman may have delivered one of the greatest 2-year runs in CFB history. The cornerstone of Notre Dame's title hopes in 2025 is its defense. Start with Leonard Moore, a true sophomore corner who already looks like a future first-rounder. Moore led all freshmen in PBUs last season and was routinely tasked with shadowing top receivers. His combination of length, footwork, and IQ gives Freeman a shutdown piece on the perimeter. The front seven is just as scary. Gabriel Rubio and Tyson Ford bring brute strength to the middle, while Jordan Botelho has developed into a relentless edge rusher. Behind them, Drake Bowen and Nolan Ziegler provide coverage versatility and sideline-to-sideline speed. This unit allowed just 15.4 points per game in 2024. Second best in the nation. They led the FBS in blocked kicks, were top 3 in third down defense, and generated turnovers at a historic rate. Defensive coordinator Al Golden has returned, bringing continuity and trust. With the offense still finding its rhythm, this group may have to carry the early season load, but they're built for it. They aren't just good, they're elite, with enough depth to survive injuries and enough playmakers to flip games on a dime. While the defense looks ready to dominate, the offense has more questions than answers. Jeremiah Love is the feature back, and he's a big play machine. In 2024, he racked up 1,158 yards on just 176 carries, averaging 6.6 yards per touch. He's explosive, decisive, and a threat in the passing game. He'll be the focal point of the offense early. The offensive line, per usual, is Notre Dame's backbone. 3 starters return, including All-American left tackle Blake Fisher. The 2 new additions are both top 50 recruits who've impressed in camp. If the line holds up, it gives whichever quarterback wins the job a fighting chance. The concern? The tight end room. For years, Notre Dame has leaned on tight ends to anchor the passing game. Names like Mayer, Eifert, and Komet come to mind. But this year, there's no clear TE1. That puts added pressure on the wideouts. Jaden Greathouse has the potential to be a star, a physical route runner with great hands. Tobias Merriweather is the deep threat. But they'll need to consistently create separation against top DBs if this offense wants to keep pace with elite opponents. There's a world where this unit clicks and becomes one of the best in the country, but there's also risk. Without early chemistry and clear passing rhythm, the defense may be asked to bail them out too often. What happens if Notre Dame runs the table? Marcus Freeman becomes a 2-time national champion in 3 seasons. He cements his place among the greatest young coaches in the modern era. And he proves that Notre Dame, with its academic restrictions, independent status, and traditional values, can still rule college football. But what happens if they don't? Even a 10-2 season could be seen as a step back. That's how high the bar is now. Freeman has elevated expectations so drastically that anything short of a playoff berth will spark national criticism. Still, this is what he wanted: pressure, expectations, legacy. And now it's all right in front of him. This is Notre Dame's revenge tour, and it starts now.